What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just breaking down a little Kenny Pickett film for you guys. Gonna go over some throws that I wanted to highlight. You know, he got off to a little bit of a slow start, but I really appreciated, how he quickly bounced back and, found a rhythm against this Raiders defense and was able to, lead the Steelers to a 23-18 win on the road in primetime. So just before we get into this one, y'all know the drill. Please make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment, let me know what you guys think. And let's get into it. All right, so the first play that we're going to look at here, it comes on the Steelers' second offensive drive. This is second down. The Steelers are going to be running a spacing concept to the top of the screen and then a slant flat or dragging concept to the bottom of the screen. They're going to get a fast three motion. The Raiders are going to be bringing a five-man pressure, doing some match coverage behind it. Wanted to kind of show you guys some examples of just Pickett continuing to look a little bit uncomfortable early in the games, turning down some throws, just not being in any type of rhythm. But in this one, I thought he really responded well quickly and got himself out of that funk a lot earlier than in the past couple of games. So the person who I really want you all to watch here is going to be Allen Robinson in the slot. So watch him kind of go over the middle here. Just settle down right at the marker. Inexplicably, we don't throw this football. And I can't really tell you why. You could see Pickett on his drop. His eyes are directly at number 11. I don't know what he sees here that makes him come off of this throw. This should be an easy pitch and catch, maybe just short of the marker. You see that second level defender get under George Pickens there on the curl route. And then, he's kind of forced at this point into going into creation mode. Get Najee Harris moving up the sideline. And essentially we get a throwaway because Max Crosby, generates that late pressure. But again, I don't know what it is about these early in game kind of situations. Typically quarterbacks look pretty comfortable in these scripted plays, that you work on all week. But Pickett continues to just look a little bit out of sort at the beginning of the game. And I'm not really quite sure why. But at least in this one, I felt like he at least bounced back pretty quickly. All right, so the very next play, 3rd and 7 following the throwaway. The Steelers come out 4-by-1. They're going to try to isolate George Pickens on the backside of this concept as the X-receiver. Marcus Peters press coverage. Really, this just another example, I think, of, Kenny just not really trusting what he's seeing early on in this game. Going to kind of let this one play for you guys throughout. But, this is another example of, him just not looking overly comfortable. I think, Pickens is going to take an initial outside release here on the slant route and then cross up Marcus Peters. And, he's really wide open on this play. I could not tell you why he turns this throw down. I'll just kind of pause it again. You can see, he's got the right idea. He's looking right at him. We got Pickens, this defensive back is crossed up. We've got all this room in the middle of the field. But unfortunately, we turn the throw down and immediately go into creation mode. Calvin Austin running the slot fade up at the top of the screen is going to kind of work the scramble drill, work back to the sideline. This isn't a terrible throw, but, Calvin Austin's, not even 5'8". So he doesn't have the widest catch radius. And, we're trying to make a great throw or a difficult throw after passing up a wide open throw. So I just think that kind of encapsulates some of his struggles and slow starts to the season before he played much better the rest of the way here against the Raiders. A couple shaky early possessions here, but I thought Pickett bounced back extremely well. They come out here on this third possession right here, and they're going to get single high. Press man coverage from the Raiders, single high look. The middle field safety is cheating over towards George Pickens' side, and that's a huge component of this play. And Pickett really puts this ball in stride to Calvin Austin for a huge explosive. Going to let this one play for a little bit just so you guys can see it kind of unfold. Calvin does an excellent job just making sure that this thing is a no contest foot race. And there's a lot of levels that I really like about this play. One, I just like taking a shot to a guy that runs a 4-3, right? If they're going to be brave enough to get up and press your receivers, especially if they're going to double team, your number one on the other side of the field, you have to feel confident in these other guys that they're going to win their one-on-one matchups. And I'm going to kind of play this, on the top of his drop, Pickett, he's eyeing this middle field safety right here. And, he's cheating over. They're just trying to get multiple eyes on Pickens. But once, his hips are turned right here, this thing's a foot race at the bottom of the screen. And you can see that, Pickett knows that there's no chance that Marcus Peters can run with Calvin Austin in a foot race. And this is just an absolutely dime of a throw. Hits him in stride. I mean, you can't throw that any better. Just enough away from the safety for a huge explosive play. I'm going to show you guys from the other angle as well. There was some pressure as well, as there often is whenever you're trying to take those long developing shots down the field. But I just really like the calmness, the poise. I mean, that is a dime. So absolutely great throw, great play, an explosive play, something that the Steelers offense has really been missing, something they desperately need more of if they're going to improve throughout the season. So the Steelers facing another 3rd and long here, 3rd and 8 against the Raiders. They're going to be coming out in a 3-by-1 formation, levels concept against the Raiders, running 2-man on the back end. Just really wanted to highlight this play from Pickett just because I really think that it's one of the better throws that he made really all night in terms of just accuracy, in terms of, him standing in there under the barrel of pressure. So I just really wanted to highlight that aspect of it. I think another thing is like Pickens' route running really impressed me throughout this game again. Just does a really nice job, making sure that he's beating press coverage. But also kind of want to rewind this one just so you guys can see and appreciate, the way, the technique that the underneath defenders are playing. Their plan was called a trail technique, so they can cheat on all this like underneath stuff because they had those 2 deep safeties over the top. But Pickens does a good job. You're really just playing through contact at the top of the route and still being able to break, the leverage of the defender. And just a really good throw from Pickett. Again, under pressure in the pocket, standing in there, hitching up. Something that we definitely want to see more of as he continues to progress. Got his eyes in the right place, starts to separate before Pickens is really even looking back for the football. I really just appreciate, the willingness to stay in there, about to get hit. Good ball over the middle of the field for a first down, key 3rd down conversion. That's a tough play. All right, so that's going to do it. Just wanted to highlight a couple of the throws that I liked from Kenny Pickett after that slow start against the Raiders. I'm considering making the Kenny Pickett breakdowns like a weekly thing. If that's something you guys are interested in, if y'all want more quarterback key content, just let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate y'all watching. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. All that stuff is greatly appreciated on my end. I will check you guys next time. Peace and love.